Oh, hello there, Looney Farm Guy here with a new mod for Wednesday, March the 30th. And it's the new Holland TS Series by the ARM team, 14.96 megabytes and 11 slots on console. Yes. Um, so it's a cute little, we've had a few similarly styled little New Hollands of late. And this is just another addition to the team, as it were. Where shall we find it? Well, it is a tiny tractor, so it'll be under small tractors, and it's way down at the other end. There we go. New Holland TS Series, $85,000 for the base model. Starts at 80 horsepower up to 125. Power shift, but it's actually manual. Really, it is. 218 liters of diesel, 24 miles per hour, 4.9 tons. We have a number of options, and they're arranged somewhat interestingly. So we'll start with tire brands, wheel brands: Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and Trelleborg. So the usual suspects there. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. In Trelleborg, you got the standard two-wheel drive, wheel weights with two-wheel drive, wide tires two-wheel drive, wides and weights two-wheel drive, and twins two-wheel drive, and then it switches to standard four-wheel drive plus wheel weights, wides, wides and weights, rear twins, narrows. This is the only one that has narrows, by the way, and back to standard two-wheel drive. So that kind of goes through the scenario, except without the narrows on all of these. Continental goes through those. Midas goes through that progression. BKT goes through that progression. Vredestein, as you can see, goes through that whole progression. Nokian. Now, Nokian is the exception, of course, to a lot of these. We have Communal, Tractor King, Ground King, and back to Communal. And then we're back to Trelleborg. So, then we have fenders, no fenders, only front, only back, front and back. Windows, design, clear windows or clean windows, or tinted windows for extra $300. Front loader, yes, it does have a front loader, Stoll, Quickie, or Hour. Interesting that we have the Stoll option as well. And now the engine options: 80 horsepower, 80 horsepower with the Fiat Agri color, 90 horsepower, and 90 horsepower with the Fiat Agri, 100 horsepower, same thing, and then the 125 in the the turbo version, actually, the 125 horsepower, and then back to the 80. Color is only the rim color is your option, so you can change that to whatever you desire. Green, if you think. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. And that's it. So, let's hop in this little fella. We have a few options, as you can see. We can open the doors and windows. L1, nothing. R1, right stick, opens and closes right to left your door, and up and down the back door. And L1 and R1 with the left stick opens and closes that driver's door. As you can see, beacons, lights, and signals are all like that. I always forget to look at the interior. Has a little signal indicator bleeping. Very nice. And it has the so we have the four-wheel drive here with the twins and the Fiat Agri version of the four-wheel drive. We have a loader attached with narrows, with the Quickie and a bucket, all colored nicely the same, which looks quite sharp, the tinted windows. And of course, we have, let's talk about, So this guy, so this is the little old 80 horsepower fella here. The standard, just the base model standard with, I believe this thing is 120 horsepower. So at 80 horsepower, there's not a whole lot that of equipment, base game equipment you can use. There are a few implements in the mod hub now that you can use, and as underpowered as this little fella is for this piece of equipment, he doesn't actually do too bad. I know it says power shift, but it is still basically a manual, and it actually doesn't do too bad for 80 horsepower, I must say. All the rest of the tractors here, I have got to the 125 horsepower. And as you can see, this with the 125 horsepower, she goes up to the 11 miles per hour, not too bad, and stays there pretty good. Let's talk about this one. This one's got quite the sorry, I had to sneeze. That would have been rude. This one has quite a hefty, that's the subsoiler on there. It's quite heavy, and as you can see, I put a weight on there. He's not exactly gets it up to speed. It's quite a lot for this little fella to, but he does kind of struggle through it. As for this fellow, this is actually pretty impressive. This piece of equipment is rated at 180 horsepower, so not grossly over its horsepower rating, but it is well over the 125 that he does have. But it seems to do quite well, actually. He doesn't really struggle too much and gets it up to speed, as it were. And I think the wide tires, I know the wide tires help with pulling equipment over and above what is recommended for the tractor. And so overall, it's a very capable little tractor. It is definitely a small tractor. Best suited for small farms or smaller situations, but as you can see, it will handle some medium-sized equipment depending on the situation, and would probably be handy in a medium-sized farm situation. Back to here. So all in all, it's a nice little tractor. Definitely will have fits into the small tractor category, and perhaps the low end of the medium, possibly, depending on what. But I mean, it'd be a great little yard tractor. As you can see, it has narrows, bucket attachments, front 3-point link. So definitely available for things that would use that front link for something. Possibly a small seeder. We have several smaller seeders that are in that range, horsepower range. So actually a very nice little tractor. I don't know how much it might fit into one of my gameplays. I don't know, but that's so there it is. That's the New Holland TS Series by ARM Team, 14.96 megabytes to download and 11 slots. I'm Looney Far Guy, and remember, it's just a game. So till next time, bye for now.